Good afternoon, everyone. Well, as Steve let you know, we are getting back to stewardship. It is that time of year. It's just lovely to be outdoors. It's a really sunny day today, but we don't just come out on nice days. We also come out on cold days, and it's a great way to breathe fresh air and get our bodies moving. And I'm starting to get more stewardship questions from all of you, so thank you very much for those. I appreciate them. You all care so much. So you can see right over here that we are not cutting down any of our wildflowers yet. We're gonna let a lot of these stand, not all the areas. Some of them we will mow, and I will document when we do that. It might be changing on our timing because the ground doesn't freeze here anymore, and we end up getting into just slop time. The soil is really wet, and we can make a really big mess if we try to mow in these areas when it's really wet. So we'll probably be doing it earlier than we have in the past. That doesn't make me super happy because there's still so many critters sheltering in here, which is why we never do an entire area in 1 year. So we'll talk about that more when we get to it. But right now I just wanted to quickly show you a trail I had pruned. So we have silky dogwood on the edge of this trail, which is a shrub we love, and they're very good at spreading, and they also love light. So you can see that they are reaching out right here. And as we come down here, you can see that if they were reaching out on the lower branches, we would be running our heads into them constantly, especially when they're really heavy. Say they're fully leafed out, we've had a rain, or when they're fully in fruit and leaf. So I've already come along in here and done a lot of pruning, and I just wanted to show you what it looks like now. I've made a lot of mistakes in pruning before, especially mid-season when I want to take the least amount of plant off because I don't know where the birds' nests are or if there's caterpillars on there. And so it's better to do a better job pruning in the winter than not so great job pruning. I was going to say something else, but not so great job in the midsummer. And the way you do a better job is just, this one's broken right here, or dead I should say. Let's see. This is a teeny little one, isn't it? But take it back. Take the branch all the way back to the stem or the trunk. Now you want to be careful. You don't want to leave a bunch extra out here because then you're just having, like, this is probably a little bit too much. Then you'll just have a lot of growth around here. But you can see this is the collar. You don't want to cut into that either because that's not great for the plant. So just cut somewhere back close to the trunk, and don't do just at the tips. Say right here. Like if I was to prune this one and I just cut it right here, the cells are going to go nuts. The plant cells in here, and they're going to become, let's just say, cells that are going to all of a sudden send out a lot of growth, and you're going to get a big mop head right there. And that's not what you want. If you were trying to get it out of your way, then suddenly instead of one stem, you're going to have 50. So I'm really happy with being able to walk through here now. Now this is one, false indigo, I haven't cut, and it's kind of in the path a little bit, and I'm not going to cut it, not right now, not till it starts spreading a lot more that way. We planted it really close to the path, so a lot of that challenge is totally on us. And so as it spreads a lot more the other direction, then I'll prune more of this one off. And that's just because we want to be able to walk through here. So a lot of our paths are really tight, and some of these areas we're trying to have just open back up a little bit. So I'm going to work on one more silky, and I will show you here what it looks like and then what it looks like after I prune it. Here's the one I'm going to do next. And I always try to take the least amount possible. You can see that it's really overhanging the path. And I'm going to just take it back to the main trunk. You can see there's always many trunks on silky dogwoods, which is why their form is so cool. They just twist and bend and reach, and they're really beautiful. But I want to be able to walk through here and when it's raining, not have all of the veg just drape over the top of us. And hopefully then, by keeping it back a little bit, the birds will feel secure to nest in here at some point. All right, let's do a little bit of pruning. And there we go. All pruned up. Look at that. Corner's a lot more open. I realized as I was pruning, part of the reason it's coming into the trail so much is because there is grape and climbing rose. And that's something we always promote in a lot of these areas because we're really working on nesting areas. They're difficult to come by, and so tangles and thickets are really great for that, but you gotta watch it when you're pruning. The grape is okay, but the rose, they like to hang on to you. And one other thing I'll point out right here is if you don't want to get rid of something, but you also don't want it to go the way that it's going, you can always take a look at one of the buds and select for the stem, the bud, that's going the opposite direction, like right there. So that rose limb is going opposite of the path, and it's climbing up here into the silky dogwood. So that's perfect. It's exactly what we want. And this was easy. All I used was my pruners. Well, not really pruners, I guess loppers. Let me turn around. My gloves, and I wore my sunglasses so that I don't get prickered. I've got 2 piles that I'm going to haul to a brush pile Steve made near here, and in other areas we'll scatter it all about for organic matter. But that's pruning on silky dogwoods for path opening. Easy peasy.